Off on Fracture, picked by fullsense after seeing ZETA not be able to do so well on it against RRQ. Guarding light and the rest of fullsense diving forward with it. Chip Boys once again on the Neon trying to isolate the Sentinel on this bottom side of the map. Interceptor active. ZETA under a lot of pressure there, getting cleaned up by Primi. And in the meantime, ZETA speeding up here onto this A site.
Yeah, now it's Leviathan under the gun. He's still going to try to peek out though, but gets shut down immediately. That's an open A site.
Yeah, it seems like ZETA are tucking themselves into spawn and trying to make this retake as difficult as possible for fullsense, who are now started to creep their way into A main. Cruz will have a difficult duel on an off angle versus Absol in spawn though.
Yeah, that's, I think, going to be the main point coming in for today's matchup. You know, while the compositions seem somewhat similar, we also do have differences in initiators, maybe the players operating the Brimstone, but also the Sentinels as well. Still kind of factors into how you're going to be able to set up the retakes, the post-plant position. ZETA pushing in towards main. Absol swinging out from Rafters. Down to it at the end, it's just Cruz. And he's going to have a huge task ahead of him, able to take down the first two. But down to the last one, Eco just swinging wide. Cruz still this time. You know, is he going to be able to pinpoint exactly where the judge players are? The fault lines, maybe aftershocks to flush them out. For now, it's going to be Eco on the saturate. Takes one down, Primi to trade right back. Guns picked up as well, though, but there goes that fault line up to the back just to set Absol up perfectly.
It's so disgusting. Man's half on the rope, guarding light goes forward, and in goes the fast lane. Jit Boys trying to run at Absol, TP into unders for ZETA. It does mean we will head into a 3-on-3 here. Trailblazer looking for a little bit more information.
Yeah, but then sitting down, watching the flank as well. They've managed to take down just a bit. Orbital strike sent over as well. We'll flush one out into the open position. Now just Shota left, pretty much confirmed by the flash now. Killa continuing to jiggle.
What a pistol celebrations.
Watch that on the electronics, please.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean, Cruz first up to bat yet again here. Takes a chunk out of Absol. Primi in the meantime does clean up Sugar Zero. This anti-eco is starting off quite nicely for fullsense.
Yeah, he's just looking to really electrify his opponents right now. Dashes away, has convergent paths to continue to stun and delay as well, while his teammates have already arrived, especially Jit Boys. Newcomer on the Neon, and he's already hampering his opponents.
Well, down to XDL, one off the Rolling Thunder. He had an abysmal performance against RRQ in just the last game on this map, and a little bit of a fumble.
Standby.
Yeah, they're quite happy to play retake here. Smoke goes onto Sandside. ZETA just going to rip the Rolling Thunder straight onto the side. Jit Boys under pressure now.
He's bought himself a bit of time at the fast lane, but at the same time, it's Killa continuing to push through, just watching out for drop. His teammates following all around him. He's trying to track his crosshair up to the top, but goes down at the end. 2v3 retake.
Yeah, swung on the fault line very nicely there. Still a little bit of util in the back pocket for XTL here. Overdrive and Evolution are options here for fullsense, but they may not be needed. Leviathan caught before Primi can have any impact here, and I don't think he's going to be putting this clutch together. May just play for exits.
Not with an op in Valorant. He's going to have a tough time. I mean, if he gets one, maybe he could double dip, but apart from that, he just might want to save instead. Goes in for the dash right behind, tries to pull out the sortie, but
be right back.
Now with the op again, just to start things off.
Yeah, already Absol down for the count. So you're going to have to trust Eco with a little bit more of those entry duties. ZETA, the operator of his own, waiting for fullsense to give him some kind of opportunity, but Primi is everywhere right now.
You got to watch out for that smoke as well. fullsense all enforcing around it.
He's in the Matrix. He just can read the positioning so easily. Just domination from one of the very best duelists in Pacific. Avoids the fault line. I thought that was going to be a freebie for him as well. And that's just a nothing round, really. fullsense ripping them apart from spawn and dish.
Gonna be a slightly slower paced one, though. Got to start it out just right. Trying to set it up, bait out the ultimates, perhaps. Orbital going off. But Rafters is being watched as well. Just the 3 players left, and, well, ZETA kind of already has an idea of where fullsense are positioned. Just a bit of utility being tossed through. Initial bombardment, but fullsense not having clear vision. Not even on top of the spike. Positions not truly exposed while ZETA continues to swing back and forth. Now just trying to go off the hunt onto the final few players as fullsense kind of have to capitulate this round over to ZETA.
Yeah,
Sands, well, Dish spots out.
A main retake here. Kalua's ready with reactive flash. It's just a contact approach that catches Jitboys out of position.
And now Sands is under trouble. Killa trying to play behind the smoke, but still gets absolutely spun around.
Bro, he got hit in his forehead by Cruz's molly and then just gets dunked on by ZETA. That is unfortunate.
Oh, hold on. Privy still around the corner, though, trying to do the same thing with the shorty, but this time the range not supporting. Just Leviathan. And while his opponents are relatively low, he's completely surrounded. Hit, and it's a little bit... Seekers gives a clear sign that B is open. Leviathan trying to keep safe distance while hooking. Privy just dives straight on. Trying to prevent the spike from going down. Then the orbital and convergent pass connecting through, but not fully eventuating to much else. ZETA still in pretty much safe positions, especially up towards tower.
Rolling Thunder for XDL.
Sends it. Then looking for targets. Absol unfortunately goes down though. fullsense have done well just to avoid every single concuss. Now down to just XDL left. The one who sent in the utility. Trying to fend off onto the defuse, but good foresight. Up to the next round though, it's ZETA gets the back foot again. Trying to go in for that simplified push into A main, but fullsense are reading it just like a book. Straight on through into the fatal funnel where no one is able to. But at the same time, fullsense, full push down A main.
Oh, Absol just runs Leviathan down. Zero respect being given. Chokehold dealt with. Will slow down fullsense for a little bit longer and give a little bit of a read to ZETA, who have just tucked themselves into defense spawn. This is going to be a very difficult retake for the Thai side.
Oh, Killua trying to give them a thorn to worry about as well, though. But Primi, unfortunately, just diving straight through by his lonesome, goes down as well. Then up for ZETA to continue to hold. Pretty much all angles being checked. Slight crossfire being set up as well, while Eco keeps Killua invested just around the boxes. He's the last one as well, has to deal with it. Towards unders. He's going to do some very cheeky setups. Chokehold going off. So that's a bit of information now. ZETA will look to control A main Sands. Possible place to gain vision in towards A site, which is exactly where fullsense are trying to end up. They're pushing past this as well, but ZETA have pushed themselves into off angles where it's a full ambush, but Primi still trying to pick his targets. Takes down threefold, but down to the 1v2.
Yeah, very low players on ZETA. This could be another big clutch from Cruz. Plant goes down nice and open off angle.
Just get a kill here or there. Play off of the spike perhaps. No, he actually walks through an absolute
investment at all except for abandon on Jit.
Which, well, might not even matter too much if Primi and Killua are firing off.
Yeah, Classic's doing a lot there. Heal comes in as well from the sky of Killua. Guardian into the hands of Jit Boys. Spectre picked up as well. You can here it is, dry contact. Unfortunate.
One weapon gone now. But here comes Jit Boys. Eco still trying to fire off point blank range. It's not going to connect.
Ooh, chokehold triggered over on Dish side. Will pull the rotation for ZETA as well. XDL going off a B. fullsense. And pulled the rotations very nicely. Fast lane obscuring the vision for a moment here.
Just recognizing how they want to play, but at the same time, as soon as the fast lane comes down, a bit of chip damage into 2 kills. No spike plant. Leaves Leviathan alone with just the classic. Tries to swing out wide, but
to really hold the side too much.
Yeah, especially with the just upgraded pistols, let's call them that. And look for targets around the smokes. An opening one is not too bad, a second as well. Still though, fullsense just trying to swarm the side, but gets caught out with utility in hand. Suddenly it's just Primi left. But if anyone can do it, it's Primi! Just looking for the final one, gets the burst through.
Potential to find picks in the earlier portions of the round. Leviathan over on the back side does get caught. 1-for-1 as Eco goes down.
So a bit more space to work off of now, but at the same time, look at how fullsense are. Push up to clear out the drop. So another angle to work off of while buying time with convergent paths and a stun. Killua set up into an off angle, one and done because of it. Gonna get checked though. Oh, and that's exactly where ZETA want them. Just 2 left, but it's also post-plant utility. Ultimate, I should say. Jit Boy's trying to dance around the volley of bullets, goes down at the very end, but Cruz still just trying to buy as much time away as possible. Dumps in the orbital, goes down to Shota. Do they have the defuse? Halfway stuck. They're trying to dump their bodies onto it, but they get absolutely burnt to a crisp.
Done onto arcade side, and in goes the overdrive. Absol looking for anything, but it's a full disengagement for fullsense. Primi, that is not the tool for the job, but look at this firing squad. Over on top side, the entire team from fullsense. Out come the Seekers. And straight up arcade, fullsense hyper aggressive here. Eco caught completely out of position.
And now fullsense continue to aggress off of it. It's Killua and Primi set up perfectly against each other, but here comes Shota off Evolution. HP refueled back to full. Absol coming out from another angle as well. Leviathan pops a new theft just to reveal positioning, and Absol, unfortunately, things down.
Everyone on fullsense posted up on top side. Absol in unders. He's got a couple of heads to be looking at in terms of tapping away. The Rolling Thunder goes forward, but look at the disengage.
Now off the Rolling Thunder as well. fullsense trying to hang back, and they will just come back in for the firefight, which they will. Double Senti. Very defense-sided, and that's exactly where they are. Starting to peek out with Primi, though. Full on with a grab net, but it's Shota with the angle being held. Just eyes it down like a hawk, forces the smoke out from fullsense after 2 massive casualties.
Yeah. Aggression completely denied by ZETA. It's a good start here on the attacking side. And I think a early example of how they're going to was flanked from fullsense, though.
I think Sugar Zero might have heard something. Past the angle. Oh, and he just completes. Still on the cam for now.
Seen some toes.
And goes in for the swing. 1, 2, clear and done. Just Shota trying to find himself a bit more spacing with that snake bite as well. Maybe a call to pivot now from ZETA.
Off angle from Leviathan. Sugar Zero starts to activate. Paranoia forward, does catch Primi, but Leviathan from rafters, not blind at all. 20 seconds now.
That's just such a tough position to clear. Plus you got Primi in a one and done. Without time, without, well, a pressureless situation, it feels as though ZETA are just good. Could be considered for future matches, given the meta right now as well. For now, though, as we head off into a half buy,
no way!
All of a sudden, the Bucky just breaks doors open. Jit Boy's out as a Cypher, trying to find line of sight from heaven. Can't quite connect onto it, especially now that smokes have come up.
I mean, fullsense have just fallen asleep at the wheel there. How has Absol gotten away with that?
He was stunned.
In addition to cause a bit of an upset, Sugar Zero just waiting in the wings for a good time to flank off the back of that contact. Outlaw from ZETA gets a collateral.
Thrifty.
Nice and snug.
I like to see the respect from fullsense passed over to ZETA, but turtling up, I'm not sure how well that's going to work out. ZETA still trying to execute over. Unfortunately, with Absol gone, now this spear looks incredibly blunt!
Force this A site.
Which is why he turtles himself in towards Elbow, trying to sneak away with the kill, almost getting the neural theft all the way over. Will complete it at the end, but a bit of space being handed over to ZETA as well.
This pit is going to help further reinforce things. Cruz, if he gets a kill, will have the annihilation.
fullsense takes that as an invitation, though. Out with the flashes, trying to surround the pit as well. Eco has a big job to hold, and he's managed to do a pretty good one so far. Teammates going down around him as well, but low HP, Killua still.
Heading over in that direction, but this could be a very bad news for them.
Yeah, it's bad news bears for sure. Out with the full ultimate as well, and then just marching down ZETA, where it's Sugar Zero left, tries to fake out the position with a teleport, but only gets away with peachy clean. Off to the next one as well. Well, now for me with the
future.
Yeah, which is exactly why fullsense starts to pivot over to this fence position where Killua just feels so comfortable. He's at home. He rolls out the carpet over for ZETA and just finds threefold down to Shota, who was pretty much already red.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the Vipers on the A side of the map, that will be
as much as possible, especially with that wall. Look at that. Convergent path still collapsing over, though. Eco trying to bring up something. Pulls off a classic right click, a couple as well. Killua comes in with his own. And then just wild swings where Killua is online for the full
30
ace.
seconds left.
17 and 5. And ZETA on the lurk yet again should be very readable for him, but ace denied. Primi will 10 rounds in.
Absol's just not been able to come online. He pops his overdrive this time though, but look at that! Caught wide open by the kill trip. Now Jit Boys is having a go. You got the Seekers coming out to support as well. Still being able to get shut down, and then Leviathan comes over. Shrouded steps into the smoke, has a pretty good idea where his opponent is, but runs out of ammo with the shorty. Shota just might be the saving grace of the round, but he's also pinned down, sandwiched into an uncomfortable position. Tries to set up with the toxic screen to get himself safe passage over onto A if Sugar Zero is able to support, but nope. Go.
Lua is the man of the hour right now, and Jit Boy's tucking his feet into the site. Finally does get traded out though.
Okay, a little bit of a flash as well, and suddenly they get completely overwhelmed, especially with the flashes coming over. More of that would be fantastic.
4 on 3, very winnable round at the end of the half here for ZETA, as the flank coming in from Cruz and Primi.
Well, ZETA also have themselves completely dug into sight. Position over by Hell is going to be tough to clear. Nice crossfire being set up with Absol. So unless Primi is able to find just a bit more damage, more players flushed out over, it would be good. Dives on over to the top, but
Trying to buy space for the retake. Both of the duelists are here and ready to fight. Primi's by himself on the side and does get cleaned up.
the rest of ZETA still trying to watch out for any incoming assailants, especially around the smokes. ZETA off to the top of fence. It's XDL. Only able to walk away with one. Sugar Zero trying to support. But firepower from full sense still prevailing. It's Killua down to 16.
Trying to make their way through the deadlock wall. Eco and ZETA are stuck, and full sense know exactly where these last two players are, and this is the most tight thing you've ever seen. Do you rotate to the other side of the site? No, bro. Let me take an aim duel right now.
I want to fight. This is what my hands do. Let me throw him. Eco trying to put himself into a shell with 22 HP. He's running out of ammunition.
Be right
I
back.
feel like he's going to be quite fortunate with it. Dives across. Eco has his abilities charged over. Able to do a bit of damage, just enough to fend off full sense.
Yeah, dual shot. Good rotation across from ZETA to...
Where as soon as it drops, the full firing squad. Just Cruz left, and he's a little bit careful to go in for the clear. CT, there's no way ZETA actually makes it to sight at this point.
Yeah, the shot in towards spawn side. Can they bust their way back in?
Off with a flash. Absol raring to go. The relay bolts across, but Primi tucked into a prime position. Off to the end of Pillar. A bit of trigger discipline. Finally reveals himself. It's a full ambush. He runs out of ammo, tries to stay alive, but ultimately damage is done. Hang on. Absol still in this fight. Never surrender, never back down. He looks for more ammunition. Tries to complete the ace. Okay. And off the smokes, there goes Primi. Eco! A bit of an idea of his own. Hops across as well. Suddenly Cruz, as the deep insert, tries to eventuate on the kill and maybe the spike control as well. But there goes Overdrive. Absol completely cut down. XDL with a reply. Killua goes mad as well. And then suddenly the Seekers get sent across. Head spotted! This guy is on a tear!
Leviathan does hear Sugar Zero. Nice off angle from him. Should be free, and it is.
Of their opponents. It's only week 2 though. And ZETA still have rounds to possibly try and extend. Angle Hell at the classic orb drop again. Leviathan tries to get ahead of it. Will be.
But XTL wants to hold on to ramp at least.
Timed correctly. Jit Boys might be able to swing off of it. Bit of support from Killua as well. Looking for the trades. Only gone to one. Absol.
Spike planted.
Wants blood. Wants revenge for the past rounds. And
Nonetheless for ZETA.
converted pass and everything to boot. He's just going to re-peek it, in fact. Smokes coming back over as well. But then the sonic sensors come across. Might just hamper things a bit, but Shota stays alive regardless. Just Primi left, and it's way too far away from the party.
Yeah, nicely done from Eco.
Oh my god.
From Primi. Keeps things in. Yeah, running straight up the middle of the map.
Oh my god! Well, sudden decision to send it over onto vents, but XDL will keep his teammate alive. Meanwhile, Eco hops over across the cage, catches Leviathan on the exit, nipped him on the heel, and the rest of Full Sense suddenly alerted to their enemy's positions, trying to control the site.
Yeah, ZETA are cutting them down before they're even able to get into a comfortable position. Trailblazer back through A main, puts Eco on yet another operator line. You cannot be peeking this man. He's starting to have a bit more of a heater.
Oh, and that's enough for Convergent Path as well. Oh my god, 3 completely stunned up. This buys a bit more time. Jit Boys as well, ready to set up, watching screens a little bit further. Smoke being sent across, and you really have to figure out how to work against the off angles being held by Full Sense, Primi, and Killua. The kill leaders of today. They smell it in the water. They know they have this win in the bag, and Killua trying to recover his spray unfortunately goes down, but into the 1v1 where you're running out of time. Shota needs to cut corners, and all it takes